this is not for sympathy or it ain't even for empathy. You know what I mean? I ain't no victim. My life is the way it is because of me. I point thumbs. I don't point fingers. How I came to be homeless was just, it's almost like running out of time. You know, you make certain decisions in your life. My life is so contrary to any damn body I have known. And I'm not saying I'm special. It's just that one time in my life I had a particular job. And if anyone's ever wondered, when people be online, anytime they make six figures, and I'm not saying they don't. But I can tell you this much. For people that do make six figures, they really don't have time to tell somebody they make six figures because they're working. And I did a particular job that will pay you handsomely. And do you know how many hours of the day and how many days of the week to produce that type of, not just financial benefit of income, but the type of effort and work that you have to put in and sacrifice of your time to make that kind of money that no one ever talks about. No one ever talks about how much time and effort it takes to work a job and make that kind of money every day. Literally, I did this particular job. I'm not going to say what job it was. I ain't going to say where it was at, anything like that. But I did a particular job, and I worked this job 365 days. I'm going to say 364 days. I took one day off. And I worked Christmas. I worked New Year. It wasn't no day off. I didn't take a day off. And to be honest with you, to do the job proficiently, to do it professionally, to do it in a high level, I mean a very high level, yeah, every day, 7 days a week, every motherfucking week, you know what I mean? And you don't have a day off. I mean, even if I didn't actually go inside of the building, I was always on call. So it could be a Sunday afternoon. I could be chilling with my, at the time, my daughter, and I gotta go to work. If something got such a call, get a such email, I gotta go in. That's just the way it was. But nevertheless, I lost this job not because I worked every day. You know, you can work with, the thing about corporate America that no one ever talks about is the only way you ever gonna move in corporate America is two ways. Well, it's three ways actually. I ain't gonna say the third way. I say the third way, to fuck your way up to the top. I mean, that's one way, you know what I'm saying, to get there. For those that have that ability to do so. Another way to get up is nepotism, meaning family member, somebody knows you, you know, you got plugged into the job, whatever like that. They're like, yeah, we're gonna go through this interview process, but no, you got it. You got that. We see that all over corporate America. So you got nepotism and fucking your way to the top. Do you know what the other one is? Do anyone know? Is it networking? I mean, that would be nepotism, right? No. You know what the other one is? That would be don't be a threat. What does that mean in corporate America? Don't be a threat. Well, for some people, for men and women working in corporate America, it's two different things. It's completely two different standards. One standard of corporate America for men is you need to be married. Yep, it's gang in and gang out. It's just like it's mafia ties in corporate America. No man that is married wants another man anywhere in the vicinity of him and his wife that is, say, good looking, a strapping young man or whatever like that. Don't be tall. See, it's funny. In the, what they call it, the sexual market value for a man being tall is really good. In corporate America, It is not. I want to ask you, how many billionaires have you seen that's over 6 foot? Any? How many good looking, handsome, very handsome billionaires that are over 6 foot that you know of? Anyway, can you name one? Can you name one billionaire in the world? I ain't say millionaire, I said billionaire. Name one billionaire in the world that is over 6 foot that is very good looking, like a model. You can't name not one of them motherfuckers, can you? It's a different kind of circle for a different kind of people that focus on a different type of thing because of other things they might not have had in their life. But when you're in corporate America, you better be one of two things. You better be homosexual as a man or married. You understand? You can't be a threat. I was given that nugget when I was in high school by the 3 wise. I call them my 3 wise women. My 3 wise empresses. That's what it was. Because you ever had somebody prophesy over your life? Like tell you something that's going to happen to you? And when they tell you, you like, what the fuck is you talking about? But it actually happens to you. I was told this a long time ago that I was going to have, when I was like in the 10th grade, by brilliant women. One was a geometry teacher, one was an English teacher, and the other one was the assistant principal, Dr. Carter. Peace to all of them women that gave me a nugget that no one ever prepped me for, but I was prepped for by these beautiful blackamoor empresses, intelligent women that I believe all was married. Yeah, that prophesied over me. And they told me you're going to have a very hard time in corporate America. They're like, you tall, you dark skinned, you smart. To them, handsome. I'm not saying I am, but this is what was said to me. And I'm looking at these women like I was 16 years old. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? Don't be a threat. Y'all don't know. See, I know, I hear some people like, if you ever worked in corporate America, and for those that did not, working in business or whatever like that, your looks has everything to do with your success. You were like, well, you can bust your ass. I told you I worked 364 days. I didn't take a day off except for one time. And this is when I identified I had anxiety, and I went to go get an EKG because my heart just every night for some damn reason started at a particular time. I now know why I was started my anxiety. That's a whole nother story. But I went to go get checked out because I was stressed out. It wasn't my job, though. My job didn't stress me out at all. That was my safe haven. I'm a type of person, I can work every single day of the week. Every day of the week. I have no problem with working every day of the week. If I'm getting paid for it, I'll bust my ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. That's my background. Work every damn day. I don't give a damn. But those are the 3 things. You can fuck your way to the top. Don't be a threat, or nepotism. That's corporate America. That's why the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor. They money keep money with money. And for those that don't have money to get money, you one of a kind, because there are not many like you. That's a very small percentage of people to even make 6 figures. You understand what I'm saying? And I was doing this at 28 years old. I'm 47. How did I end up homeless? Well, I'm glad you asked. October 19th, 2004. October 19th, 2004. 2 things happened that day. My supposedly son, I made a video on how I found out my son wasn't mine. This was that son. October 19th, 2004. The day my son was born is the same day I lost my job. How you lose your job, you work every day of the week. Let me tell you something, don't be a threat. Don't be a threat. My threat the threat that I posed or where I worked at was, and this is what I did on this job that posed a threat was something I aimed to do my entire life. And you know what that was? I was going to outwork you. And nigga, like, what the fuck you talking about? You lost your job because you was outworking people? Yeah, motherfucker. Yes. Mm-hmm. When you can outwork your boss, and you can outwork your boss's boss, and then you outwork your boss's boss, you a threat. You a big threat. You something that, because you gotta say, most people in corporate America, they don't work. No, I ain't trying to be funny. The worker bees work. The people, the underlings, the people that are under the corporate, the hoop, the execs or whatever like that, your assistants and your admins and your executive assistants and your staff and your office assistants and all whomever, whatever titles you want to put under the boss, them are the folks that bust their ass. Yeah, they get paid the least. I said I did a 6-figure job. I ain't make 6 figures though. But the job of the person that I worked for, I did their job. They made 6 figures. They didn't do the job. And I say that 100,000% resoundingly. They didn't do the job. I did the job. I don't give a shit. I wanted to work. But on October 19, 2004, and I lost my job because I was a threat. Because the day I took off, that one day I took off, I made my boss have to work. And y'all might be like, that is some petty ass shit. Let me tell you something about corporate America. You ain't never seen petty like that kind of petty. That's a different kind of petty. Because this petty make you want to fight. I mean, it makes you want to fight, but you can't do it. You cannot do it. And I'm from a place where if you mess with my job, you mess with my money or whatever like that, those are fighting things. But you cannot do it. You have to stay a professional at all motherfucking times. And on October 19th, 2004, when I lost my job, I was informed, because I did all this shit temporary to permanent. This was a temporary permanent situation. I even had to write out my own job description because of all the shit that I did. I did this shit with human resources. I had a signed contract to extend that shit for another 3 damn years. And right before I'm about to get the last sign off, this motherfucker pulled the plug. The same damn day, my supposedly son, was born. And that day, within a month after that shit, I went through a complete metamorphosis in my brain. And I was like, I'm never, ever, 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 ever going to give a motherfucking job my best ever again. If I don't do it for me, myself, and my family, it ain't going to get it. And that's what I've been doing ever since. And as my grandmother always said, it's a long road to hoe. It's a long road to hoe. What does that mean? Like, life is long, motherfucker. It goes by fast, but it's long as hell when you are on a grind of your life. And everything I've been doing ever since then is entrepreneur. Everything. I do a little side this and side that or whatever like that, but I can never give another job my best ever motherfucking again. You're like, well, is that why you're homeless? No, I ran out of certain time with certain things. I was actually left the house. My father left me a house. I lost that house in court over some bull. Bruh. I didn't lose because I lost. I lost over technicality. But I still won. But I walked away from it. I'll explain that in another video. And I will explain how specifically my family took me to court and how I lost the house my dad left me, that I still have a deed for, that's still in trust. Courts, lawyers, and judges are some motherfuckers. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And I got fucked over, but in court, if you're sued, some things you cannot do a counterclaim on. This one I actually did. I had a counterclaim on my family members, on this particular motherfucker in my family for over $1 million. And how I know I didn't lose it, because I told they motherfucking lawyer, you need to offer me something. And they did. And what they offered me was something I was supposed to pay. I was, if I actually quote unquote lost in that case, I was supposed to pay over maybe 70, almost to $100,000. I ain't have to pay nothing. I ain't even have to pay the price, the cost of court. And I represented myself. Count Noble L. Douse L. Bailey Bay. That's me. If you ever need any lawful advice, get at me. Just get at me. I charge very, very low compared to what these motherfuckers out here will hit you in the head for. So, just being honest with you about that shit. But either way, I walked away from it. How I got homeless, man, geesh. Well, it's just, I can say, well, having kids. It's just a lot of different shit got put together in a very bad way for me. And no matter how bad it was, I was still here. I was like Rapunzel. If y'all ever heard Rapunzel, turn yarn into gold. Like that's what I was doing. I was turning a lot of shit into gold. I was helping a lot of folks out, and I ain't getting no thanks. And you can say, well, is that what it is being a Mr. Nice Guy? That's what it is being a father. That's what it is being a dad. You last, motherfucker. You always last. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna blame nobody, because, I blame me 100,000%. I being a black man in America, your ass over 6 feet tall, and you ain't butt ass ugly, and you are very highly motherfucking intelligent. They don't want you there. You understand what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm not saying there's a lot of us. There ain't a lot of us. There is a lot of us. But we have to do it in different ways. Some motherfuckers want to be ghetto superstars. Some motherfuckers want to be hoopers. You know what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers want to do this and whatever like that. But like to be in that corporate America thing, it's a different space. You have the mental and the intelligent fortitude just to even deal with the people. I mean, I've dealt with every type of person. I'm from all over the world. The job I had people. I was helping people from Japan to Iraq, to Japan, to China, Vietnam. It didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? I have that type of ability where I can switch to this and I switch to that, because that's me. And I keep doing it, but I have to do it for me and mine. I'm homeless temporarily. It's all a grind, baby. Thanks to all the subscribers to the More View podcast. We have yet to be monetized, and any donations you want to give to the channel, so we keep it going for the 23 and on. It will be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.